Today we'll be taking a tour of Cypress Creek, a gorgeous golf course community located in Smithfield, Virginia, just minutes from historic downtown Smithfield. My name is David Tortellini. I'm with eXp Realty. Stick around and we'll get right to it. All right, so now we are in Cypress Creek, and this is a large community of about 450 homes. And this is actually a home that I helped the buyers buy the lot, and then they did a private build. So kind of a unique situation there in many neighborhoods, but not here. So what you're gonna have in Cypress Creek is, this neighborhood was started being built in 1998, and it's summer 2022 now, and they're still building. So this is a really big golf course community. It's seen a number of larger builders come in and take on sections of the community, but also within that, there are a lot of private builds. And so within this neighborhood, we're going to have to go and check out different parts because there are some different kind of feels to everything. But this is a golf course community, and so a full 18-hole golf course right in the middle. We'll talk a little bit about the club and everything in a minute, but really what you're going to get here are majority homes between 3,000 and 5,000 square feet. There are some that get up into the low 6,000s, so there are a couple of really big guys in the area. But for the most part, what you're going to find are, a combination of kind of the traditional transitional home with brick exterior, and then we're also going to see some that have hardy plank siding. So we'll go and we'll kind of take a look at both of those so you can get a good feel of the different styles. And now, when you have construction being done over the course of 20 some odd years, you are going to see different styles because what was popular in 2004 just isn't quite as popular as what you're going to see here in 2022. So as we go throughout the neighborhood, we'll try and give you a good feel of those styles and dates of build and everything like that. The price ranges in here, they can vary, but, entry level here is about 500,000. And so, and then you're really not going to go much above about 750. So with the majority kind of being in this like 600 plus or minus sort of situation. So we're going to take a turn onto Smithfield. But this neighborhood is beautifully maintained. I mean, with the amount of money that people are spending on homes here, it is, of course, in an HOA. They don't maintain your lawn or anything like that. But the expectation for the neighborhood and pretty much the association rules are that it needs to look like this. So you're going to get people who are pristine homeowners. You're going to get people who, for the most part, the age range of people here, certainly don't want to stereotype, but at this price point, you're generally going to get a little bit of mostly people that are kind of middle-aged and above. So, not a lot of people running around here in their 20s and 30s, but, it's also, because it's a golf course community, you do get people who are looking to kind of slow down a little bit, spend a lot of time out on the golf course, and be able to kind of enjoy their off time. So you do have a lot of retirees here as well. And one of the things you'll notice about some of the builds, of course, there are some really big two-story homes here, but a lot of the houses here, because of the general age bracket, a lot of people have opted for first floor masters. So if you're at a point in your life where you're still really active, but you're just kind of done with stairs, there are definitely going to be a lot of really good options for you. And as you can see, there are still opportunities to build new here as of today. So, I mean, there's an opportunity to build with Sadler Construction, really good reputation with them. Then there are other lots that could be available for private builds. And then at a certain point, we'll get to the back of the neighborhood where there are a couple of builders building new and then also doing a 55 plus community. So it's not just purely, under 55 or open to everybody. There is a part of the neighborhood where you do have to be over 55, and that's probably the majority of the people here anyhow. So I don't know how big a deal that really is, but certainly you're going to get that part going too. So this neighborhood also has a great HOA with a clubhouse that has basketball courts, tennis courts, a beautiful pool with a slide, and that clubhouse is right next to the golf clubhouse, where you can do events, you can do weddings. There are a lot of options that you can do there. When it comes to golf, there are a few different levels of membership, from like social up to family, but like a single golf membership is only about $175 a month, I think. So, and that's like unlimited tee times, and with that, you're gonna also you can add like a cart fee for $125. So you can go full cart for $300 a month. So if golf is your thing, I mean, $3,600 a year seems like a pretty good deal if you're gonna go out a ton. So right here we have 114 Weirfield. This was listed for $670, and let me see if I can get it here better for you. There we go. $670,000 sold for that amount. It was only on the market a couple of days, but that was 5 beds, 3.5 baths, and 3,700 plus square feet. So really good example of a price point in this neighborhood. And with that, you know, that's kind of what's happening here. The homes right now are moving fast. This is a really desirable neighborhood, and there are a decent amount from a resale perspective. They come and go fast, so there may only be 1 or 2 on the market here at any given time. But you have the new construction as well, so you're going to see that. But all right, so we have kind of walk through this part of the neighborhood, and it does change a little bit as we go. So what I want to do is we're going to stop it here, and then we're going to go to another part of the neighborhood so you can check out another section, another style, kind of get a feel for some of the other types of homes. All right, so now we're back on St. Andrews, and this is a little further back in the neighborhood. And the homes that we're going to see on this street, they are all fairly new. You know, you're looking at, between 2016 and 2020, just about. So we're looking at some pretty new homes, and you can see there's definitely a difference in the style. Most of these homes were built by a company called H.H. Hunt, and they're a builder that's been in the area for a long time. And I think they put together a really, really nice house. So, you know, I thought we could just talk about what living in Smithfield is like. You know, if you're not familiar with Smithfield, it's across the James River Bridge, or what we call the JRB, from Newport News, and then, you know, it's west of Virginia Beach and Norfolk and all that. So it is a little bit more country. You know, it's a little kind of part of Isle of Wight County, and with that, you're going to get, you know, when you leave this neighborhood, you're going to see a farm right across the street. And that's pretty common in this area. There's still a lot of good-sized farms, family farms, and they are slowly being bought up by developers as family members, you know, don't want to maintain them, or they just want the cash grab because, you know, a lot of Hampton Roads is pretty built out, and there aren't a lot of opportunities. I want to stop right here real quick. This is a listing of mine. We're under contract. This is 111 St. Andrews, and this is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,500 square foot home. We listed it for $600,000 and are under contract at that price. Took us about a week to sell it, which actually felt a little weird in this market, but just gorgeous home inside. Really happy for those sellers. They were able to, you know, get it sold fairly quickly. Great terms, great buyers. So we're excited about that. So hopefully that'll be closing here in just a couple of weeks. But, you know, when you're here in Smithfield, you are kind of away from things a little bit. So you just have to know, like, if you want to go to Target, you're driving to Newport News. If you want to go to IKEA, you got to go to Norfolk. Like, there isn't a whole lot out this way. There are some, shops and restaurants and everything like that, but it's not, this is for a bit of a quieter life. No, people don't come to Smithfield for an exciting nightlife. This is a place for people. A lot of people I've met are here because they decided that, like Newport News was too busy. And then you get to places like Williamsburg, where some of these houses would cost $100,000, $200,000 more. Same thing in Virginia Beach. You want to be in a neighborhood like this in Virginia Beach, what I had for $600,000, probably going to be $800,000, $850,000 there. So you're going to get a bit of a discount here. And as long as you don't care about being around 100 different restaurants and, being 10 minutes to the beach, then you're good. But so those are the kind of people that I find that move to Smithfield. People who are looking for a bit of a quieter life, really like the value that you can get in this area. And of course, you might be going, value, Dave, those are expensive houses. But, relatively speaking, compared to some of their other areas, they're a good deal. And, the most of the noise here is people doing yard work. So it's a nice, quiet neighborhood, golfers. And, once you get outside the neighborhood, you're really looking at, as I mentioned, a lot of like family farms and other subdivisions and just nice homes and a lot of kind of rural living. All right, so that's this part. I do want to go to the other side of St. Andrews, show you some of what's currently being built, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a second. Well, I want to talk about some new construction opportunities in this other part of the neighborhood now. So behind me are a bunch of homes by a company called DB Horton, and they're still building. So there's a lot of opportunity to build, and what you're going to get is something similar to what we've seen in the rest of the neighborhood in terms of that price point, the size of the homes, pretty much everything. So if you liked what you saw there and you want to look at an opportunity to build new, DB Horton builds could be a good option for you. Now, the other thing that we want to take a look at is the 55 plus community. So this is actually called the Park at Cypress Creek. It's got its own little mini subdivision in it. But in this neighborhood, what you're really going to get are smaller options. So you can get here as low as about 1,700 square feet. They go up to about 2,400, and the vast majority are going to be, obviously first floor master. And then in the price point, you're looking pretty much in the 400s for starting points. So they're kind of, I think the smallest is about 436. They go up to just under 500. I'm sure you can run that total up a bit if you make some nice options and things like that. But there are a ton of home sites available. Like, we'll turn this around. If you look back there, it's all home sites. So you can keep going for a long time. And this neighborhood will be being built out for quite some time. So if you are 55 or over and you think you need a smaller place, but you love this neighborhood, this is the option. So you really, the thing about 55 plus communities is usually you're going to have your own amenities, you're going to get smaller layouts. These are still beautiful homes, and this could just be a really good option for anybody who, there are people in this neighborhood who are moving from the, 4,000 square foot home down to the 2,000 square foot home that they can get all on one level. So really good opportunity to be in a neighborhood. Of course, you can't have kids here. So that's just going to be one of the things, even if you are over 55, no permanent, resident kids under 55. And yeah, that's going to be about it. So I just really wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of this. It's about 93 degrees out right now. God knows what it is in the sun. So we're gonna cut off here. I'll drive around a little bit so you can get a good feel for kind of the whole little 55 plus community, and then we'll wrap up our tour for today. hope you enjoyed our tour today of Cypress Creek. If you have any comments, questions, if I missed anything, put it in the comments below, or you can just reach out to me directly. My contact information will be below as well. Do me a favor and like this video, share it with anyone you know who may be looking to move to the area, and then subscribe to this channel. And of course, if you are looking to make a move to Smithfield or any of the surrounding area, please give me a call. Again, contact information is below. We'd love to help you out. My name is David Tortellini. Thanks so much for watching.